Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 list of things to do on the island of Maui. So stay tuned if you are planning a trip soon and looking for some vacation inspo. What I really like about the island is that there is a wide range of things to get into depending upon what you like. First up is the Maui Butterfly Farm. This place was a new find for me, so I've been there once on my most recent trip and I highly recommend you check it out. I felt like a complete Disney princess frolicking through nature there, and it was absolutely beautiful. The place offers small group tours for a price range of like $26 to $38 per ticket. They do require online reservations. I will say that I was able to get a same-day reservation on very short notice, like pulled up to the spot. There was a tour starting in 15 minutes and they still had availability. But do keep in mind that you need to check online to make sure that it will fit into your schedule and that you get the time slot that you want. So as a part of your tour that you pay for, you get a bit of a science lesson on the life cycle of butterflies, and they take you through different parts of the farm where you are able to feed the butterflies. They give you a bit of fruit juice to like dip your fingers into, and then the butterflies will come and perch on you and feed from you directly. Again, super cute, good for all ages, and took about 45 minutes in total. I also went a little bit outside of my comfort zone and went so far as to let a praying mantis perch on me. I'll insert some footage of that as well so that you can hear the panic in my voice as I was mentally preparing myself.
Oh gosh. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It knows I'm nervous. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's fine. It's totally fine.
It tickled a little.
It's like rocking back and forth.
Okay, and one bonus tip for the Maui Butterfly Farm, there are a couple of food spots around the area, and there's like a very popular and famous like fruit stand that does smoothies and bowls nearby as well. Second up on the list, it's a food stop. Actually, 2 food spots in one. First is the Sugar Shack, and then right next to it is the Farmer's Market. I'll start with Sugar Shack. That is where you can get delicious pastries that are like freshly made. The spot is also right by the beach, so you can take your food and enjoy it right across the street and just enjoy the scenery as well. Sugar Shack for me is where I go to get my malasadas. If you've not had a malasada before, you can find them throughout like the different islands in Hawaii, and they're basically like a donut hole. I think they are Portuguese in origin, but they come with like different fillings inside or like different coatings on the outside. My personal favorite is the cinnamon sugar variety, and they are magnificent at Sugar Shack. For a bit of a healthier option, if you don't have a sweet tooth like I do, the Farmer's Market that's right next door to Sugar Shack, like literally in the same parking lot, is a really good option for fresh fruit smoothies and acai bowls. I tried my first acai bowl ever. I don't know why it took me so many years to give it a try, but it was absolutely amazing, so much so that I went back twice during that same trip on different days to get more of the acai bowls. So highly recommend both of those spots. The people there are super friendly, and again, yeah, it's just really good vibes and great food options there as well. Okay, next up, I have a more active option. It is the Pipiwai Trail, which is a 4-mile hike out and back that takes you past a lot of waterfalls and just like beautiful lush scenery, including like bamboo trees, and there's a very large old tree that is not too far off the beginning of the trailhead, so you don't have to go super deep on the trail to be able to get to it, but just beautiful scenery all around. A good hike that's not like too extreme, but will get you moving for sure, and you'll work up a sweat. I will call out that you do want to have shoes that have some grip if you are going to do this hike. It can get quite muddy because it is an island, it rains, there's a lot of people like tracking in and out, and again, you're passing a lot of waterfalls, so just generally a wet area that can get quite slippery. I generally felt pretty safe. There weren't any parts of the hike that I felt like were extremely physically challenging or anything like that, but you do want good footwear. Also near that same area, like down further to closer to the coastline, is where the sacred pools are, and you can get to that from a pretty short trail that stems off of the parking lot where you would park for the Pipiwai hike. Okay, and last up on the list is the Nakalele Blowhole. What I like about this spot is that there are great ocean views once you get down near the Blowhole, and the Blowhole is also quite active, so you don't really have to stay a long time to get a lot of activity. It is a relatively short downhill scramble to get to the Blowhole, and then of course it's uphill on the way out. And what you'll notice is that traffic patterns kind of vary depending upon the time of day. I think if you want the space to yourself, like the general recommendation is to go early and enjoy it while you can. As I mentioned with that 4-mile hike on the Pipiwai Trail, same recommendation for having good footwear goes for this as well. The rocks are loose and it is just not that easy to get a grip if you do not have proper footwear on. I saw people trying to do this in sandals and they looked pretty miserable. I don't know why you would want to like bang up your feet and like your fresh pedicure as you're trying to get down to this blowhole. So plan accordingly for that as well so that you can, one, stay safe and also feel like you're not struggling more than you need to. Next up is Haleakala, which is the highest peak on the island of Maui. A lot of people online will recommend that you go there for sunrise. I actually recommend that you go during the day. I have done both and I can tell you that there's pros and cons to both. I think that if you can get to the peak for sunrise and it is a clear day, you are going to have breathtaking, amazing views of watching the sun come up over the island. One thing about an island though, there's a lot of weather. So a lot of rain, which means a lot of clouds. So you really will probably have a difficult time predicting whether or not it's going to be clear at the peak on any given day while you are there. And what I liked about taking that drive during the day is that, one, it feels a lot safer because the sunlight is out. You can see where you're going. There's really not like a lot of lights as you're driving there at night through the dark. And you could also see wildlife there, again, because the sun is out. You can see like the cows and the goats that are kind of roaming around like the lush green pastures as well. I did not feel like going during the day was a downgraded experience at all. Again, I think sunset is beautiful if it works out and the weather is in your favor. But I think going during the day in a lot of ways can just be less stressful and a bit more enjoyable because of the safety element of it and the winding roads that you have to travel to get up there. One other thing that I'll say about going to Haleakala in general is to dress warmly. You want to have layers. It is much cooler up there and much breezier than what it is down by the beach. So keep that in mind as you're planning out your activities. Okay, so that brings me to the end of my list. I hope that this was helpful for you and that you got some recommendations that you can use on your itinerary if you're traveling to Maui soon. If you are going soon, please leave me a comment below that tells me which of these options you are most likely to try out next time you're in Maui. All right, thanks for watching.